It's Autism Awareness Month, and NBC4 is focusing on this growing problem in a special tomorrow night at 7 p.m. called The Autism Puzzle, The First Piece. As a preview to the special, the Executive Director of Ocali, Sean Henry, joins me this morning. Sean, welcome, and we're so excited to put this special on tomorrow night, and I know our viewers are going to get so much information.
It's terrific what you all have put together.
And you you're the Executive Director of Ocali. What does it mean?
The Ohio Center for Autism and Low Incidence.
And low incidence is?
Those would be low incidence disabilities, would include things like vision impairment, hearing impairments, orthopedic impairments that are at a low rate. So low numbers of individuals may have those disabilities.
You're sort of an umbrella in organization for those low incidence issues and also for autism. So I know one of the hardest parts for people, family members, when they have a child, is that diagnosis, and that's where you can help right from the beginning.
Right. From the beginning, parents or those professionals can call us. One of the things we've developed is an Ohio's Parents Guide to Autism Spectrum Disorders.
This is so big and so thorough, Sean. It's great.
What parents can do is access that online by chapter. So they talk about screening and diagnosis, what the definitions are, working with different systems, the educational system, MRDD, different types of systems as well. And they can download it by chapter, so they don't need the whole thing at one time, which is a lot to take in. We've synthesized that. That was written by parents for parents.
And I think that's a big a thing that folks need to understand about your organization as well. You are there as an aid for parents, educators as well.
That's right.
The first stop for parents many times as to where to get some information. But you don't provide the services, but you send them in the right direction, am I right?
That's right. For example, we have a supports and services database. So a parent, if they're looking for a speech-language pathologist in Central Ohio, and they want to put in their zip code and say, my child is 3 years old, they click that, they click their zip code and speech pathologist, and it'll list out everybody in our database closest to home. So it'll say that this person is a half mile from you and this person is 3 miles from you. We're trying to get people close to resources, as close to home as possible across the state.
And speaking of resources, you have a wonderful building that has tons of resources, books and audio tapes and equipment, and you sort of lend these out to folks who are looking for information.
We do. We work with closely with the Ohio Department of Education, and they have done an exceptional job in providing us with resources so that we can send these out to parents and professionals. We will send out a book. If you get online and you want to check out a book, you sign up. You find that you want to get the book Building Social Relationships. You click on that. We will send that to your door for free by UPS, and we'll send a call tag to you, and you send it back for free. So you can take out 5 items at a time, DVDs, anything you want, to your door. You can look at those, and you can find out, maybe I want to buy this.
That's a great service,
Sure.
service. But you work with educators, too, which I think is interesting because we are all learning so much about autism and trying to keep up. Educators are trying to keep up, too, and they look to you.
Absolutely. The Ohio Department of Education, as I mentioned, has done an exceptional job in partnering with us and really taking this head on to train professionals in working with individuals with autism spectrum disorders. So we are providing professional development across the state in many modes to all those professionals.
Now, is this part of your big conference coming up in November? It's a big 3-day conference.
We have that as well, and that's kind of a culminating event. That's a larger event that last year we had 1,500 people.
Wow.
From all across the state of Ohio, and 46 states attend here in Ohio. And we talk about all of those areas in autism and low incidence disabilities. How do we provide the best professional development to educators so they provide the best program for an individual with autism or low incidence disabilities?
Well, we want to make sure that everyone does know, again, tomorrow night, Sean, that this special is going to air at 7 p.m. It is called The Autism Puzzle, The First Piece, and that's tomorrow at 7 p.m. And Sean, I know you're part of that as well, so thank you for being here and for what you do for autism, and hopefully our viewers will learn a lot more tomorrow night.
Thank you all for what you put together. It's terrific.
It's been a great learning experience, I'll say that. Thank you, Sean.